if you want to recruit this guy, you had to pick this one.
There is nothing I cannot achieve.
Oh, damn it! I meant to pick the one where it said I look forward to it. Oh my gosh. Cannot believe it. I screwed that up.
Part 1. White Clouds. Harpstring Moon. Familiar scenery. In honor of the saints whose births or deaths took place under this moon, the people perform music once beloved by those divine beings. Whether by harp, by flute, or voice alone, joyous melodies are shared between farmers as they sow their seeds across the vast plains of Tailteen and Gronder.
There are new places to explore in the monastery. And we got 5,000 gold from the Church of Seros for funding.
As you have already been notified, your mission is to subdue some bandits. Our students have been learning about combat through study, but this is a precious opportunity to provide them with practical experience. The Knights will support your mission and are prepared to offer their assistance if necessary. In short, this is no mock battle. You must be prepared for anything. You will receive a message from the Knights when it is time to depart. Until then, use your time wisely.
This will be our first true battle. I'm looking forward to fighting alongside you, Professor.
As am I.
During the mock battle, your commands were thoughtful and thorough, as was your strategy. With you on our side, I'm confident we will prevail. It seems we have some time to spare before our departure. Let's use this opportunity to prepare as best we can.
You seem well. Are you adjusting to life at the monastery?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't expect that answer. When we were mercenaries, I handled everything. Outside of battle, you didn't have much contact with people, did you? I thought being thrown into a swarm of noble brats to teach would be a bit much for you. But I guess I had nothing to worry about. By the way, I heard about those bandits. Your first assignment is to take them out, right? That's fairly routine for you by now, but don't forget it's the first real taste of battle for those brats. It'll be tougher to sleep at night if you let one of your little pupils die. So stay vigilant and lead them well. I wish I could offer you my support, but Lady Rhea won't allow it. For now, I'll try to figure out what she wants from you. I don't mind you settling into your life here, but don't let your guard down, ever.
Well, Daddy is the wisest, so gotta listen to what he has to say. Sunday pass. It's Annette's birthday. Let's buy her flowers.
Thank you.
Alright, we got events which tells us what's gonna happen during the day, so we could also travel to and from the abyss. So, today, it's lots of large fizzes and bonding bites. So the only thing we could do right now is we're gonna explore. And here's the map screen, and we could easily travel to any place that we have already traveled. Keynote already traveled. A girl's voice. What could it mean? Anyways, we got a couple quests to do. A lot of stuff to do. Anyways. Here's Dimitri.
We have only just arrived at the academy, and we're already being sent out to take care of bandits. It is a noble mission, but one that will likely require battle. In practice, there is little difference between a battle and a war. Even with the support of the Knights of Seros, we must still brace ourselves for the challenge. Do you have any other questions about life at the monastery? Or about battle?
Facility tells you everything that the monastery has to offer. Bulletin quest, of course, Activity point, we talk about this. Professor level, we're at max because Renown and New Game Plus. Facility training, we can actually talk to other professors and they'll help us train with any skills that we don't have. And recruiting is basically we recruit other people from other houses that are recruitable into our own house. Claude is not one of those characters.
It is better if you do not approach me. If you spend too much time around a man of Dusker, there will be rumors.
But I want to get to know you.
I hear you've been tasked with hunting down bandits, right? Meanwhile, my class is stuck with a downright peaceful mission. Sounds like you'll be fighting alongside the knights, too. Don't let the monastery down, Teach.
Okay. Oh, we do have some support here. Honestly, I'll tell you right now that if you go through my Golden Deer route, you'll see most of the support there. In this route, you're going to see mostly any support that is exclusive to the Blue Lions, and maybe some DLC supports.
Professor, hey, do you know how old Captain Gerald is?
That's enough, Leone. If I don't know, how could my child know?
It's not normal to forget your own age, you know. It's kind of worrisome, actually.
By the time you're forgetting your own age, you're past the point of caring.
I guess if you put it that way, you've got a point.
How old are you, Leone?
I have a request.
I heard Knights are certain about they were talking about taxing, but there's a primer in my room. Give it a read. So basically, we need to go to his room and get up to speed on how to use Tactic Primer.
Hello there. Are you that new professor everyone's talking about? Name's Anna. I'm a merchant who slings wares all across Fodland and beyond. I come in here all the time, so I'm sure our paths will cross more. Hopefully, much more.
Well, sure, An. And that is our mascot of the Fire Emblem series in the whole.
Oh, Professor. Hello. I was just looking for my... Well, it's like a pale blue cloth. Have you seen it?
I'll just tell Manuela.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and as you see, you could recruit people, but there's you need some sort of like qualification to either recruit them.
What is it? I'm not doing anything.
Hey, what's this kid doing here?
Oh, come on. That's just cruel.
I feel bad for the poor girl. I want to recruit her.
Sorry, I'm trying, but you're still kind of a stranger.
So basically, in order to recruit people, each student has like certain qualification you want to have in order to recruit them. For example, you need good amount of strength and a certain level in bow to recruit this Bernie, basically. And as you can see right here, I'm not exactly good in the bow department. So once again, with gardening, there's harvest. You got fruit, you got veggies. Sorry, I got interrupted. Don't know why I said, but I just said is you choose how many seeds you want. In this case, since I'm at A+, I could plant 5 seeds. Cultivate, depending on the pattern, you could actually make it better. So for now, let's just infuse it with magic. Don't forget to pick up all these stuff. They're really helpful, especially if you don't seem like you're going to be using them. Thanks to a certain paid DLC, they have a lot of good uses. Here's a marketplace.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Are you settled in here at the monastery yet? Make sure to have a good look around. There's much to see. Like fish. You do know about the pond behind the dining hall, right? You can fish there. Give it a try.
No, since you just suggested, I'm not gonna fish. So here you could like buy items. We cannot do any of these guys here just yet. But buy items and weapons.
You can't be serious. I need
Read the
your help.
requests, puppies, kittens. we gotta feed the kitties and puppies. So, on a kitty, you feed them something, and if they're happy enough, they'll give you something in return.
Yay! Thanks!
Alright. I completed that quest.
I've got to find out everyone's likes and dislikes so I know what to cook. Who knows when it'll be my turn at kitchen duty? How about you, Professor? Do you like sweet or spicy food?
I'm more of a sweet person.
Ooh, same. I'll definitely remember that.
Would you kindly do something for me?
This woman has a quest for you. We'll do that in a bit. First, I do want to get out of the way is to chat with every Blue Lion student and or any other student that has multiple choice question and show you which answer is the right one. At this point, this route can be considered a guide.
It's thanks to my adoptive father, Lenato, that a commoner like me is here at the Academy. He is the very model of chivalry. Someday, I'm going to be just like him.
You're quite powerful to have beaten us in the mock battle. Such a shame you aren't leading our class.
Maybe in an alternative universe. Welcome to the training room.
Felix Sylvain and I have known each other since we were children. His Highness as well. Though I should warn you that both Felix and Sylvain are a bit challenging at times. The moment I take my eyes off them, they're off causing all kinds of trouble. It's always been that way.
And she's an angel, supposedly.
For years, the Boar Prince and I were inseparable. I know him better than almost anyone else. So let me give you some advice. Beneath all that princely polish, he's an animal, nothing more. He's strong and skilled, sure, but don't place your trust in him as a human being. Take care he doesn't chew you up and spit you out.
Jeez, but Dimitri's so nice to me.
Professor, the next assignment is to drive out bandits? Sounds like some training is in order. Tell me something, Professor. When it comes to a one-on-one battle, which is better, strength or skill?
Hold strength, definitely.
I knew it! When it's all said and done, muscle always comes out on top.
Our first assignment is to take out some bandits? Did anyone tell Lady Rhea that people's lives are at stake? I lost my own brother to bandits. Is something someone has said at some point, I'm sure. Okay, not my finest attempt at humor.
You're a dick. I'm about to feel bad for you, but not anymore.
Bridget has much more warmth than Fodlan. Even spring here has coolness. And you, Professor? Which do you find is worst? Too hot or too cold weather?
I think the cold, because mostly with the heat you actually do have clothes that you could shed off. With the cold, if you're out of clothes, well, good luck.
I have agreements. In Bridget, I am able to be wearing much lighter clothes.
Do you know of the Eyre family? We have long held the position of Prime Minister in the Empire. The Empire's power lies with 6 noble families, my family foremost among them. The full explanation may be time-consuming. I can give you a moment to get ready, if you would like to take notes.
Here he goes. And to save time, here's everything that he lists, alright? Take your time to pause, read, continue on.
One day, I will take his place as the Prime Minister of the Empire. I am more talented than anyone in my class, even Edelgard. I will lead the Empire to a bright, enlightened future.
I wouldn't be showing you this, but unfortunately he has a multiple choice question where if you want to recruit this guy, you had to pick this one.
There is nothing I cannot achieve.
Oh, damn it! I meant to pick the one where it said I look forward to it. Oh my gosh. Cannot believe it. I screwed that up. Welcome to the cathedral. Fudge. I cannot believe I screwed up. It's the other question that is the right answers, not the wishful thinking. Alright? That's a little bit mean.
To ask.
I'm sorry. Anyways, you need to do something to unlock music.
The cathedral is nice and quiet. It's so relaxing. Oh, Professor, did you come to pray to the goddess?
That's right.
Me too. Shall we pray together?
It is the duty of every Fodlan noble to demonstrate piety towards Seros. Have you also come to offer your prayers to the goddess, Professor?
Not exactly, no.
I see. The truth is, I am not a particularly devoted believer either. But it would be unbecoming for a noble like me to neglect his prayers, wouldn't it?
Sure. Hey, do you have time to listen to the word of the best house, the Blue Lion?
It would seem that your reputation is on the rise. Even Lady Rhea has taken a liking to you. It's a shame I am not in your class.
Oh well, I don't have enough reasons. How many reasons do I have? As if I'm saying that reason comes in quantity. How many reasons do I have? Can I have 3 reasons, please? By the way, my reason is A. I just don't have enough charm. Alright, request.
I have something to ask of you.
There's a strange movement. Gotta find something. I think I've spoken with everybody that has multiple. Actually, no, I don't think I spoke with everybody that has multiple choice.
Thank you for paying me a visit. Is there anything troubling you? Or is there perhaps something I can help you with?
Tell me about the teaching of Seros.
Believers live their lives by her sacred wisdom. Please use the library's vast resources to learn more. I can often be found here, so if there is ever anything you need, please do not hesitate to pay me a visit.
Yeah, sure. And you just go here, after you talk with Gerald, get this.
Thanks for your help.
And you complete the quest. Basically tells you about how to use the inventory, which I already explained to you towards the beginning of almost towards the last video. What I did explain to you is the reclass, where if you have multiple classes, you could change, which is something new in 3 houses. On the fly without anything that you need to in order to change class, I mean.
I'm so glad to be a student here, if only because I get to use this library. Reading books from all the regions of Fodlan, I feel almost like I'm visiting those places myself.
You can learn so much from books.
Well, I agree. They're brimming with the knowledge and experience of our ancestors.
And you want to grab that. You can also grab this. You also want to grab that. And you're done with one of the quests. Go here. Oh, that's just a bait. Go here. You got the choir sign-up sheet, and you can just take it up to the cathedral. Here you go, lady.
A lifesaver.
Okay, so basically right here, unlike this where you could just re-energize your students' motivation, here you could actually cook for your whole class and increase one of your stats. I think you can do it only once per week. Keyword once per week, not once per month, once per week, because I actually did it twice in a month.
Bridget, Elmira, Dusker, even people from far-off lands gather here at the Academy. Word of advice, Professor. There are those who don't think kindly of such people.
Thank you for the intel. Now, to the church I go.
My savior, thank you.
There you go. Now you have unlocked choir, which not only raise your support with any of your students or faculty, but I think they'll also increase faith, white magic, and you increase white magic, faith, and authority.
So, well done. You have my thanks.
And we're done with here, Sedith. Now, usually here's where I say, okay, let's finish up the month and go directly towards battle or whatever we need to do. But we got the Shifty Merchant. We could go to another place, this mystic place called the Abyss. Welcome all to the mystical land of The Abyss. What is the Abyss? Well, if you bought the paid DLC, the Abyss is an underground place where there's more stuff you could do here.
Hey you're from up top, right? What business do you have here? Wait a minute. Ah, got it. You're that new professor, aren't you? I suppose that means I have to let you pass. I guess, welcome to Abyss. This town is full of rough and toughs, so watch your back down here.
Got it.
Hey, what are you looking at? I don't want any trouble. Get lost.
Jeez, people are so mean here. Alright, another important person here is the influencer.
Need something?
Since we already know, the influencer will gather more people for the Abyss to just unlock new activity quests and more. There will be something up in the cathedral that's similar to this, but let's go through what we have here. This will unlock the statue that is near here. I'll show you in a bit. This will let you get some used items in the room here. I need to remember the room. You get more people to come here in the inn. I think just more people. A fortune teller comes, which honestly is not that important until after chapter 13, of course. That's why it says unlock chapter 13. In the Shadow Library, after chapter 13, you get more information about the backstory of this game.
Need something?
So, reduce in price. I'm assuming it has to do with this, where all these more people comes in, you get more backstory, and you get this guy. He will not answer to you just yet. There's a quest we have to do first. Recycling. There you go to this room. You go through this scrap heap. Yeah, this is what they call the scrap heap. You actually, once in every month, you get to find discarded items. More influencer service, more items you'll be able to pick up, and the more ready you find them ready, right? You got a training axe, 30 out of 50, and the shield steel axe. Okay, that's cool. And that's it. You can actually change your appearance here too. Cool. And that's for the statue. If you go here, the pageant altered. Remember I said that items are not going to be useful more so? This is why. You can trade all any of your items for renown points. Now you can use renown to acquire weapons and items. Awesome. So basically, what you do right here is like you could offer any of your weapons instead of selling your weapons, and you get like, oh wait, no, wrong one. Offer items. Nah, that's it. My bad. So these are the items, and before this DLC, you notice that you get a lot of items that you probably won't need, or you got too many seeds or tea, in which case this is where you could like offer up some items and you get points for them. So really good if you're like at the end of the game and you're going to transfer this new game plus, and you could just get rid of all of your items for points, and you can transfer that points to something. Something I wish I would have done before I finish my other route. And offer renown is basically you could use your renown points and use them to get some of these awesome weapons: Brave Sword, Lemon Sword, Raptor, Devil, Wu, Dao, Rennie, some plus weapons, and even some magical weapons: Bolt Axe for Annette, and even a magic bow for Mercedes, which is pretty cool. I mean, if you could just, you know, sacrifice some of your points instead of using it to gain some supports and all this stuff. And also, you can just use it for some items. There's a lot of these items, and yeah, they're pretty expensive. I've seen 2,000 points. However, this is the only place where you could get this Byssian exam pass, where getting those pass allowed you to get one of these 4 special class: a trickster, which you also need the thief certification, a ward cleric, a dark flyer, and a Valkyrie. I think that's all the explanation, but that's not it. There's 4 new characters that you could actually see here. One is this guy. First of all, let me just say that you actually have to play the DLC first. I think after you beat chapter 1 of the DLC, I need to go back. I don't think I could go back and check, but after you beat the first chapter, this whole abyss is reopened for you. I think after you've beat chapter 3 of the DLC, you get this guy to appear, only if you're still in part 1.
Haven't seen your face before. You're clearly not from around here. You don't strike me as the thief or merchant type. I don't owe you money, do I?
No, I'm just a former mercenary. Or I'm a professor. I think it's this one.
Oh, you're that new teacher everyone's been yapping about. And yet, you look younger than me. Weird. The name's Balthus, formerly of the Alliance.
Recruit?
Don't beat around the bush, pal. You want my help, yeah? Can't blame ya. Look, I get it. You're the new professor. You've got a lot on your plate. You need backup? I'm your guy. Fine, you've talked me into it. But I'm gonna need you to sweeten the deal, if you catch my drift.
Invite to join my house. Yeah, come join the Blue Lion.
Beautiful! Now about that sweetening. I'll need to attend your classes whenever the mood strikes. I get bored from time to time, all cooped up.
Balthus, join your house. Awesome. Yeah, unlike the other students, these 4 students do not require any skills for you to join. Just make them appear and they'll auto join if you so wish for them to desire. If you wish for them to join you.
Well, did you come all the way here just to stare at my rippling abs, or did you want something?
I mean,
oh yeah.
There are pretty sexy abs.
If you're gonna ask me for help on the surface, it better be real important. I try not to go up there unless I absolutely have to.
Alright, I'm sorry. I had a doubt in my mind right now, and just right now I just had to look it up a bit, and I was kind of wrong. That big guy over there, his name is Balthus. He is available for you to recruit after chapter 4. This girl right here, who is ironically called Happy, is available after you complete chapter 5.
Who are you? Wait, shut up. Let me guess. You're that new professor, right? You just started teaching up on the surface.
How do you know that?
Even here, people have been talking about you. Not that the gossip got everything right. I heard you were beautiful, but obviously that was an exaggeration.
Well, that's kind of mean. Come join the Black Lion. The Blue Lions.
What? You want to know if I can help out? I've got time, but I don't want to spend it all serving the church. Don't make that face. Fine, fine. I'll back you up.
Yes, join me.
Yeah, sure thing. You know, I've never really had a teacher before. And it'll be my first time at the Officers Academy. Sounds like fun.
Happy joins your house. Yay!
Oh, Chatterbox. You been looking for me? I'd prefer not to visit the surface if I can help it. I don't want to run into any knights.
Chatterbox? I hardly even speak. I think that is just an ironic name because I hardly speak. Then we go over here there's two other characters. One got a quest for you, and this girl, whose name I cannot pronounce for the life of me, so her name is actually called Constance. And if you complete Chapter 2, she'll be available for you to recruit.
And who might you be? Not an Abyssian, that much is clear at a glance. A visitor from above, perhaps? With what purpose?
If it's not this, then it has to be the other one.
I'm sure I must have misheard you. Either that, or you haven't the slightest inkling of where you are. Oh, but of course! You must be the new teacher specially appointed by Lady Rhea. That is it, yes? Rumors have been flying underground about you. Well then, I am Constance von Nouvelle. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Sure. Be part of my house.
Oh, have you come to beg my assistance?
I'll get down on my knees and have you step on me just for you to get your assistance.
Then rejoice, for you have the aid of a Nouvelle. You did come seeking my aid, yes? Hopefully with something befitting my station?
Sure, you are a student.
An assignment for the Officers Academy? How splendid! I was a former attendee there myself, you know. I shall be a model of grace in my duties.
Constance has joined our house.
Huh. Come to invite me to a lesson or some such, have you? I prefer not to be above ground during the day when I can help it, unless there are storm clouds above.
Yeah, about that. I need to learn about your personal skills. Grant strength magic +3 when indoors, defense resistant +3 when outdoors. She's a weird bunch. Why is everyone in Abyss? And last but not least, this lovely, sexy man who you could recruit after being chapter 6 of the DLC.
Whoever you are, it doesn't matter much to me. But I do advise getting out of here before you get tangled up in trouble. Unless you've been sent here under someone's orders. In which case, I'll happily show you a good time.
Ooh, I got lost and stumbled.
Uh-huh. I find the likelihood of you stumbling into Abyss pretty suspect. Huh. You're that mercenary turned professor, aren't you? The one who showed up at the monastery kinda recently. Yeah. You're the one I've heard so much about. Well, I guess it's fine you're here then. You can call me Yuri. You'll want to remember that, if you ever come down here again.
Oh yeah, first
Can you take
quest.
care of something for me?
Let's do that first. Since you accepted the request, go to this mysterious teacher, and you'll see how basically is. If you ever play Pokemon, if you ever talk to the guy who tests the IVs of your Pokemon, this is basically what it is.
See. Your guidance is lacking.
It does this for all students.
Your guidance is
tells you which. You're good at strength, not good at magic and resistance.
Now let me see.
You're good at HP, not good at resistance.
Now let me see. Your guidance is lacking.
Yeah, so
Fare thee well.
And now we have to just go back to Yuri. He's right here.
I owe you.
And with that, you complete another mission. You get more renown points. Now, how about you join my house?
Want my help, Sure, why not? But I don't do anything for free. In exchange, let me attend the lectures you give those noble kids, yeah?
Invite.
It's a deal. Come on by whenever you need me. If you're wondering why I won't come up to you, it's because I've got people to watch over in Abyss.
Yuri, join your house. Yay!
Ah, it's you. Bit of a trek coming all the way down here, huh? I'll be helping you out now. But just so you know, my life is still down here. If you can't find me in the classroom on the surface, you'll likely find me here instead.
So, for now, let's end the day. Yes, I know you have still 10 points left, but truth be told, I already recorded ahead of this. So I know what I'm gonna be expecting soon. So every Monday is teaching week. At least, if you have time to teach.
If you don't yet know the proper procedure for lectures, I will tell you all that I know. Assuming that's agreeable to you, of course.
But sure, Dimitri. Here we instruct students on weaponry. See, there's going to be a number on top of there, kind of like the skill points. That's how many times you could privately teach your students. Group tags, teach them, you get 2 people to know how to do more armory, horseback. Oh, no, I'll just show it to you. Instruction skill goal. You got a set of skill that you could do by the end of the week. You can instruct people personally, suggest a goal, they'll come up to you and say, hey, why not I do this instead of this? And you can say yes or no, and they'll change their goals into that particular goal. Motivation, the little happy face that you usually see tells you how many times you can tutor them until they get tired. Root tax is the thing I was just talking about that I'll tell you later on. A certification exam is basically letting them upgrade themselves to a brand new class. There, now you know. Root tax here. Stay with duty. Make them good with. Let them gain experience points on cavalry, weeding, not to smoke, but usually just so they could get more experience in armory. In Skywatch, they raise their flying skills. And you can choose 2, and you could actually increase their experience, their support level. Bam. Instruct. So, see those happy faces? Those are the motivation points. You can choose in which area you want them to succeed. Press A.
I have deepened my understanding.
They increase. Let me see if I can get perfect. There you go.
I answered correctly.
A perfect, you get to praise them. Good job to do.
No need for praise.
Have a cookie. And you get an extra point. So you can actually get more. Uninstruct, if you don't want to do the whole instruction to Jiggy, just uninstruct. I did it for you. Goals, throughout the week they're going to increase their stats on one of these skills that they've chosen. You could actually modify their skills with custom focus, like say I want her to do more horse thief and faith. Or what if I want you to do focus more on telling the enemies a lot of these logic, reasoning things that their mind explode to a net. Then afterward, you could start the lecture.
I have a question.
And here's something that sometimes students will come in and ask you questions, and if you could give them the answer that they want to hear, stuck up late, go to class.
I see.
You get the best answer. You increase their motivation by 50 points instead of 25 points or 0 points. This is the one where I say where they sometimes come up to you and say, hey, you know what? I don't feel like murdering people with logic. I feel like murdering people with big axes and chopping off their heads. So you press yes, then yeah, let's change it to X. If you gain any support with any of your students,
presence will affect nothing, I'm sure, but I shall put forth the effort.
Oh, poor you.
We'll see what happens. At least we tried.
Ah, that's good. Oh well. Anyways, the weekend and you get all these experience points.
I'm a natural.
It's Raphael's birthday. Let's celebrate birthday. Always celebrate birthday. So, not to waste time, the only thing you can do here is battle. Here, auxiliary battle, you get a chance to train your units so they could get stronger before the main mission. Spirit of the Fallen, Purple 1 gets you random rusted weapons or any other weapons from people online. And the yellow one are actually units that other people's player fall and you actually gain experience points. They can also recharge you with battalions and such weapon durability, and all this stuff. Depending on your professor level, as you could see from the activity points up there, you could, if you're playing on hard or above, you could skirmish as many activity points as you have. So I could skirmish up to 3 times, depending. On normal, which I do have, there will be like one auxiliary battle where there's no activity points, so that won't get it won't waste your activity points. On a bad side, you won't get like I think renown points or any big prizes. So there is. That's all I have to tell you.
I look to you like a